Hello, welcome to ITU Telecom World 2011 here in Geneva, Switzerland. I'm talking with Igor Shchegelov, who is the Minister of Telecom and Mass Communication for the Russian Federation. Minister, welcome. Begin at the beginning. What do you think the main challenges are facing the global ICT industry now that the boom period of the past 10 years seems to be over?
I believe that one of the biggest challenges and tasks that the ITU is having in front of it is the digital divide, because everybody is more or less aware of the possibilities that the ICT is giving people and the economy and entire states and nations. But not everybody has fair and affordable access to all of these opportunities and possibilities. That's what we should discuss, how we do on the one hand to propagate the knowledge of the possibilities, how do we stimulate the states to invest, or the companies, the operators, to invest more in the infrastructure so that it is accessible for everyone, on the one hand. And on the other hand, we have still to do a lot of work to make people of elder generation know of all of these opportunities and possibilities, and to teach them the skills of working with it. And we have a lot to do for the enabled people, and to the effect that the new technologies serve us not only as a mean of entertainment, but as a real mean of education, of telemedicine, of making easy and more effective social instruments and instruments of the state governance.
What are your expectations of Telecom World 2011, and what key message would you like to give to the delegates and the people who are watching this?
I believe that what we expect from this exhibition or this forum is new ideas and perhaps a little more of unity in our approach to the development of the ICT, or to the international governance of the Internet, to the sensibility of our governments to the questions concerning the development and dissemination of technologies concerning the ICT, and probably some new ideas for the public-private partnerships. Because we've stated in Russia that at a certain level you need to join your efforts with the private market players, because they are at the limit of investing new sums of money in the technologies that are getting more and more expensive, whereas the traffic is expected to become more and more cheap. Well, we expect to tell our colleagues about Russia experiences. You know, we're a huge country, and not all of models that are being implemented in other parts of the world are applicable to the Russian conditions. But just recently we built up the infrastructure for the GSM and 3G along a federal road in Siberia on the distance of 2,000 kilometers just in 1 year, but under conditions that are not very favorable for business in every aspect, because there are not so much traffic, not so much people passing through this road on the one hand, but the reason why they don't pass the road is the absence of the infrastructure, and first of all it's the absence of the communications and of the mobile communications. And we've stated that as soon as we took it into exploitation, the traffic, both physical on the road and numeric, digital, in the base stations has increased dramatically. For people, it's a sense of security, of being connected everywhere. It is a very unique experience, and it was made possible only because on one hand the operators put their efforts together. They built and joined the backbone infrastructure and towers and energy supply. And the state paid for this energy supply. So we divided the costs in two parts, one of them 50-50. One part was subsidized directly by the state, the other one was paid by the operators as a part of the also a kind of social responsibility, as we call it in Russia. And there are other projects running, and probably that would be of interest not only for developing countries, but for developed countries as well, concerning the new technologies, the use of the cloud technologies in the electronic governments. Our project of building a network of satellites in the Ka band for the direct internet access all over Russia and in our region. So there are plenty of ideas that we would like to share with our colleagues here in Geneva.
Russia has a very long association with the ITU. In fact, you were one of the original signatories 146 years ago. What's Russia's current status with the ITU? How do you approach it? How do you see it? What value is it to the world?
We've already supported the efforts of the ITU. We were among the founders of this organization. Our contributions of interest for all the member states at the Guadalajara summit last year proved. This year we've taken the decision to upgrade and to increase our class of participants. And this year we are going to inaugurate, these days, the new pop-off hall in the headquarters of the ITU. It is a gesture of commemoration to the discoveries that one of our compatriots made to promote this new kind of technologies. And on the other hand, we would like to show that what was invented 100 years ago is getting more and more actual nowadays. And so is going to be Russia's contributions to the ITU. We believe it has to play a much more important role in the international internet governance. We have discussions on this issue with many other countries, many other member states of the ITU. But we believe that whereas the multi-stakeholder model has proved its efficiency on the first stage of the development of the internet, but now the states have to say their word, and they have to have an institution where to discuss the approaches and to elaborate new models of those government, so that we can jointly resolve all the problems we've been talking.
Minister, can you name one thing that you think needs to happen to get the ITU closer to its mission of giving more global citizens more meaningful access to connected technology?
I believe that the ITU has to become more open, more effective, more modern, more adaptive to the challenges that we face nowadays.
Igor Shchegelov, thank you very much.